Well, hello and welcome everyone to something of an unusual stream. It is obviously an hour later than I would normally stream, so that's the first thing that's a little bit different. I haven't done any FIA races for quite a long time. Well, certainly not that I've streamed them. Anyway, certainly not since the season started. And welcome to you, Brownies. Yep, nailed it. Hey Lewis, George, Mike, Covey, Dr. Rob. Hello everyone. Great to have you along. I don't know how I'm going to go. I'm not really feeling it tonight. I was sort of umming and ahhing about whether or not I was going to live stream. I kind of decided the answer to that was no. I thought I won't do it. I jumped in and did a bit of practice. I thought I'm off the pace. I'm not feeling real good about anything. And, yeah, a few things I regret. One, not doing any practice for this because obviously the timetable, the schedule is up. We can go and look at what next week's races are going to be, what this week's races were. And, yeah, I just didn't do anything. I jumped in this GR3 car. It's the first time I've used a GR3 car for a while. And I was absolutely rubbish. Chasing times, but yeah, 157.2 was all I could slap out in about a 20-minute practice session. We'll see how we go, but yeah. Hey Eric, how you going? All alone tonight? I am all alone tonight. It was a last-minute decision to live stream, so I didn't even word the other boys up that I was jumping on, because I didn't really know myself until I sort of hit stream, and then I thought, well, it's too late to back out of it now. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm a bit tired. Came home, had 2 big glasses of wine after work. That's not going to help. That is not going to help. So we'll see how we go. I might not quite be as talkative as I usually am. I might focus a little bit more. I suppose one of the reasons I don't really live stream the FIA races all that much is because they're quite a serious thing. People take them very, very seriously. And whenever I do streams like this, people are, you know, looking for some good results. And, I mean, my channel is generally about just having a bit of fun and, you know, having a laugh. These things tend to get a bit serious, so I usually don't do them, but I thought, well, I did one race last week. I thought if I'm going to do one this week, I may as well hit stream. But if I'm going to try and get any success out of it at all and not just come last, I'm probably going to have to concentrate, which means I might not be able to focus on chat as much as I obviously normally would on my regular streams. And it might mean I yeah, talk a bit less as well. So anyway, you have been warned. If you're not really down for a super serial stream, then you've probably clicked onto the wrong one. But, you know, I've got plenty of content on my channel you can go and watch where we have laughs, we have the shits and giggles. Yeah, I did get used to driving the RX-7. It's about all I do these days, drive the RX-7 and then make videos about it, and then it's time for another round of RX-7s again. So it's a little bit strange driving this, but that's okay. You really wish you had this accent. It's an absolute killer with the ladies. It's not. It's not at all. It probably is outside of Australia, I don't know. I went to England, didn't pick up any chicks. I mean, I did go with my girlfriend, granted, who is now my wife, but nonetheless, the fact remains, the RX-7 ruins you. It's, comparing it to the GR4 cars, it's like got as much grip. They just go faster, so you kind of, yeah. Anyway, things and stuff. Hey Abstract Sky, how are you? Welcome to everyone who has joined. So it might be a little bit of a less jovial and a bit more focused stream, but you guys can give me one, can't you? I'm sure as soon as I've been it on lap 1 and I'm half a lap behind everyone anyway, then I can just have a laugh. I actually don't know when the race is going to start. I might jump out soon because it wasn't far away. I think it was only about 8 minutes or so till race time when I started the stream. Or, not race time, but when you can join the server. I really wanted to try and chase down a 156 at least, but... just burn that penalty off. Sure, all understand, less talk and more focus. As I want you to enjoy driving too. Well, that's... thank you, Simon. Good move on wifey choice, not taking anything less. Yeah. Less in the UK. Ooh, ouch. Shots have been fired. Hey, Whoopcap. Are the FIA races somewhat clean? I haven't done a lot. The ones I participated in last week were a little bit cleaner. I might just actually jump out now, bail on this lap, and see if I can actually join the lobby. But yeah, they are generally pretty good. People, that's why, man, that's one of the reasons I haven't really live streamed them, because people take them very, very seriously. And the only ones I have done, you can see there, Speedy Chicken Manager 156.0, 1.2 seconds off. I like to be a bit closer than that if I can. I'm very rarely in front of him, but I like to try and get within a second if I can. That 155.3 from Line Face, and even Conzio, a 10th behind, that's an absolute stonking time. That is phenomenal. They are very quick drivers. Hey, Piosco, what's up, man? I can enter with 14.5 minutes to go. So, yeah, I'm not making any promises, even though I might not talk as much and I'm a little bit quieter this stream. I'm still not promising any results. So definitely, if you're new to the stream, lower your expectations. Sit back and enjoy. If you're not new to the stream, then you'll know. You'll know what's coming up. You'll know that there'll be a spin, inbound. Hello again, Nick. I hope you're well, Mr. Roscoe. Thank you. I'm not too bad. A little bit tired. I'm a week and a half into my new job, and my brain is just on overdrive all day, every day. So motivation after work has been lacking somewhat, but here I am. One part of my brain just kind of pushed stream, and I thought, well, I can't really just end it now, can I? 2 months ago, I did one of the FIA races and started from pole. At the end of lap 1, a guy dive-bombed into the side of me, take me out of the track. Unfortunately, Abstract, that is just, that's Gran Turismo, isn't it? And as serious as we try and take these things, well, actually, I very rarely ever try and take these things seriously, but on the odd occasion, I do try and take it seriously, or anyone does. Unfortunately, there are people in here that are just... yeah, I think it's a combination. Some people are arseholes and just kind of want to ruin your day. Some people are just bad drivers. Some people just try a bit hard. And, yeah, we've got to share the road with them. We've got to share the track with them. It is what it is. At least it's just a game. We can all jump in next week and try again. Assetto Corsa lobbies are even worse. Well, they don't sort of have a ranking system. And that's where Gran Turismo, as bad as it is, it's sort of getting a reputation of being better than a lot of its other sort of competitors. And that is because of the ranking system. So we all complain about points and penalties, but well, that's too much throttle. But the reality is it actually does help keep the racing clean, and you kind of forget until you go back to those other games, and then you go, oh yeah, that's right. Open lobbies are disgusting. And it helps you appreciate Gran Turismo just that little bit more. They've certainly got work to do on their penalty system, but it helps keep more people honest, not everyone. Now, I chose the Porsche tonight. I don't know what the meta car is for this round. I didn't go and look. I don't think any of the people on my friends' boards were in the Porsche, so it's probably not good, but I don't know, I'm comfortable in it. And I thought, bugger it, why not? Let's do it. I doubt I'm going to set the world on fire with my lap times. But I'm just going to try and have some good, solid races where nothing too exciting happens. I try and keep it clean and just see how it go. Of course, we're going to have to deal with tyre wear and all the rest. Just things I haven't prepared for. I think if you want to be really good at the FIA races, you've got the opportunity now that the schedule isn't hidden away. You can see what's coming up. So it gives you a week to practice, do some simulated race runs, things like that. So if you do want to take it seriously, there is the scope there to do that now. Or you can just do what I do, turn up on the night, put in about 20 minutes practice, and then live stream the results, which likely will not shock you. The other thing that enticed me to stream was the fact that the two tracks, and I don't even know if I'll do both races, we'll see how the first one goes. We'll see my mood, temperament and tiredness after this race. But both racetracks were real tracks and two tracks that I quite like. How did you go, Staniel? Or how did Staniel go? I don't know if he's in the chat or not. I'm just going to keep watching this. I did start watching both Staniel and Speedy Chicken's live streams to see how they're going. I think Staniel was about 5th when I joined him. He just got overtaken out of the pits for 5th. And the Chook man was about 17th or something, but he started last. I don't know how much practice he put in. But I hope all went well for you guys anyway. This isn't your first race of the night. It's absolutely my first race of the night, George. It's my first race since the Spec 7 on Tuesday. So yes, I can't imagine it's going to go particularly well, but that's okay. All I can do is my best. Luckily, I'm not a paid race driver that has to worry about results. The only driving nations are doing manufacturers, as yet undecided. I might do both. I might do both. We'll see how we feel, see what the time is and everything. As I say, I have started an hour later than my live streams regularly start. Whether or not that'll affect my performance, I don't know. We'll all find out together, I suppose, won't we? Hey Zvesky, how are you, mate? Good to catch a stream. It's great to have you here. It's great to have everybody here, especially for a bit of a low-key, impromptu stream. Anyone that swings by and says hi, more than welcome, anytime. Left or right foot braking? Left foot. In real life, I use right foot braking so I can blip the throttle. That's just bad driving. So I can blip the throttle in between gears. But I don't need to use the clutch in this. And left foot braking allows you to use a bit of brakes, trail the brakes more, which creates a bit more stability, gives you a little bit more pace. And I need all the help I can get. As you can see, I'm not exactly setting the world on fire in terms of lap times. That 1:55 from Lion is a phenomenal lap. And the Conzio as well, who's around about the same pace. That's really, really fast stuff. This lap has not been fast up. It's always good to try and push the limits as well whilst you're practicing so you can figure out where the track limits are and you don't make any penalty type mistakes in the race. Can I add you on PS4? You certainly can, Adrian. I'd love you to add me on PS4. My PSN name is DRX913. You'll see it up there at the top of the screen on the overlay. But being back in the GR3s is really about learning throttle control again, because the R7s that we've been racing in the Spec 7 Cup, you can just plant your foot. But we'll see how we go. You never know how the matchmaking's going to stack up as well. You don't know how fast the guys, you know, 157.5, it's so random that it might be good enough for pole position, or it might put me 17th, you know, you just don't know. And that'll probably determine the type of race I have. Obviously, if I qualify last, it's going to be an uphill battle, and I'll be aiming for top 10. If I qualify sort of in the top 5, then I'll be aiming to keep the top 5. But we'll see how we go. Oh, that's a bit... That's asking a bit much. I reckon I'll get a penalty on that one. Potentially not. Ooh, getting closer to that 156 mark. Shaved a fraction of time off my best there. But what I find, the thing with qualifying in these types of races in the FIA is people just spend so much time practicing their lap times, just one pace laps. You know, you bugger up a lap like I sort of did there, and you just hit restart and go back to the lap. And when they get into the race, they don't always have the best race pace. How to get good at Project Cars 2 on PS4 controller? Can you help me? I can't, Gamer of COD. I am on a steering wheel. I am on a wheel, so I can't help you there. There are plenty of people, plenty of guides. Actually, just looking at my lap times on the right-hand side, at least I'm consistently in the 57s. I had one bad lap in the 58s. Obviously, I rolled out of this one, but to pop in 3:57s is okay. So hopefully race pace is alright, and we'll just have to see whereabouts I qualify. But yeah, lots of guides around to help you out with controller. The reality is, I think Polyphonic Digital put a lot of time and effort into making sure the controller works very, very well with Gran Turismo. Thanks, Speedy Man. I missed the results. I hope you all went well. No assists? No, I do have traction control on 1 for GR3 cars. I know that people that are not new to my stream will have heard me say this before, but I've done some testing between TCS off and TCS on 1, and there was no real pace difference. I wasn't any quicker when I turned traction control off, but I have more stability. I'm less likely to spin around if TCS is on 1. So for safety reasons, I may as well just leave it on that. Not to mention the fact that GT3 cars in real life, let's not forget they actually do have traction control and ABS and all the rest. 11th man, up 7 places. Nice work, buddy. Thought it might have been a last till first little live stream. Thought I might be missing something special here by streaming myself, but congrats, good work. Oh, we've got 2 minutes 56. I have to see how pit strategy and everything goes on this one as well. But we'll see how we go. I don't really like taking streams seriously. It's not really what I do, but sometimes you have to try. Should have time for one more lap. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do anything. Not a great start to the lap, but I'll give it one good crack. I should be able to finish the lap in time. Not that obviously this is qualifying, but... And I've missed turn 1, so off to a good start. I don't know why I went so slow through there, but anyway, it's done. It's not like I'm too far down. Why the wheel in the cockpit view seems... I'll get back to that. I've just got to get around a few corners first. Cocked up the chicane. You can see the delta time just... And cocked up the last turn as well. So I was sort of up by a tenth, and I will technically go 7 thousandths up. But whatever. 157.1 is as good as I can do, I'm afraid, off the practice that I've done. I felt like one of the young'uns. Got stream on TV, speedy on your phone, and this chat on your tablet, multitasking. You are very good at multitasking, Hemulin. You're better than I am. Why the wheel in the cockpit view seems it doesn't match with the tuning of the car. I don't really know what you mean there. I'm easy. Well, there's a lot of SS people in this race. I am not confident. I am not confident. I think if I can get anywhere near the top 10... I've probably had a pretty good day, to be honest. No need to take stream seriously. After all, your name is Charlie Banterman Roscoe. I do love the banter. I do love the... It's kind of hard to have banter by yourself, though, isn't it? And I feel bad if I'm paying people out in the chat, because it's like, yeah, they might take it seriously and they can't banter back. At what point is it banter with people in the chat, and at what point is it just, like, offensive? But, anyway, it is a bit of a different stream. That's okay. Do these things from time to time. And yeah, I'm not very confident. I've got some really good people in this room, but let's see how we go. I'm SS and I'm not that quick, so don't worry. Alright, good to know, good to know. I love those little confidence boosts beforehand, but yeah, I'm about halfway through A, but I have a bad habit of not doing any practice for stuff. So I jump in daily races with no practice, and I really don't increase my DR all that much. See if there's any names I recognise. I don't know. I've seen Paddles before, for sure, and Zig Zig as well. I don't know about the rest of the guys. Oh, and Ken Evo, I've seen. A minute to go. One minute. Hey Lim, how are you, mate? Welcome to my serious stream. Where I may go quiet for a little bit during the race. Sounds like that three-eyed fish you mentioned in your Monza video with all these streams going on would be enjoying all the content. There's some good content floating around for sure. I know Staniel threw up a stream. Speedy Chicken was live streaming his progress, so bound to get some good quality stuff there. And old Dan 8888, or just Dan 888, has wished us all a good race, us Australians. He's singled us out. So I just don't even know how to chat in game. Well, I do, but it's not going to happen. But anyway, best of luck to you as well, Dan. Moldovich, putting on your new wheels together. Nice, man. What wheel did you get? Did you just get another T300, or did you go to the dark side and buy a Logitech like me? I did the FIA race without any practice. Don't recommend it. Yeah, I haven't done a hell of a lot of practice. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to do my usual tactic. I know it really triggers people in the pits, but I'm going to sit here and wait for the bulk of the people to get out of the pits and get out of my way so I can try and get some good, clean laps. I know it does mean that I tend to miss out on a qualifying lap that other people get, but that's the risk I'm willing to take to get some free track. So I was about to go, but someone's just popped out of the pits. I'm looking at the mini-map, by the way, if you don't know where I'm looking, because I want that clean track. And there are a few other people that wait as well. Another T300, the GR4 version. I don't even know what the GR4 version is. And I reckon, ooh, I was about to go again. I've nearly been waiting for a minute. People still dribbling out. I think when it gets to 9, I'm just going to go now. So hopefully I've bought myself a little bit of free track. That's what I'm chasing here, and I'm probably giving up one qualifying lap to get it. The GT version. Yeah, okay, cool. Damn autocorrect. That shows you how often you type GR4 into your phone. Ooh, that's a good start. On cold tyres. Lol, that's a joke because there's no tyre temperature in Gran Turismo. Hello and good luck. Hello, right on back to you, old man, and thank you. I do at least have a lot of track to myself at the moment. Which is what I wanted. I will focus on pedals to shift from G29 ones. Yeah, well, I don't know much about it. I've never used a T300. I believe the stock pedals that come with it are not very good. Everyone says, yeah, buy another set of pedals. Presumably by Thrustmaster still. The G29 ones aren't too bad. The brake pedal's much better than the G27s. I've still got my G27. I bought the G29 when I got the PS4 because not compatible. And the brake pedal, like the actual pedal box, is exactly the same. Righto, I better gonna finish 4th in this race. God, you're optimistic. It's great to have you around. Thanks for joining. A lot of oversteer on the last corner. So we'll see how we go. I might 2 laps. 2 really good laps I want here. Wide there. Not the best start to the lap, but nonetheless. We charge on. Missed the apex through there, not ideal. Had to roll way out of the throttle.
And unfortunately, old mate in front of me there's had a mistake. So 157.9. Oh, paddles. Hopefully I don't catch old mate in front of me. I reckon I will though. Wide there. And again, too fast into that. And I'm currently down, but only by 0.06 of a second on my own lap. So if I can do the rest of the lap alright, I might gain it back on 0.02 of a second down now. Yeah, dropping down the leaderboard, down to 5th. This guy's guaranteed to get him away. No, he's not. What a gentleman. Thank you very much. I've cocked the last sector up and I'm a 10th down anyway, but consistency is key to a good race, just not good qualifying. Overbraked massively for the final chicane and got a lot of oversteer. Yeah, 2/10 down. This will be my last crack at it, I reckon. Not a great section. G'day TJ Deacon, how are you, mate? Missed the apex on the last turn. I was 2/10 up, but I don't think I'm going to improve my time there. Oh, I did. I found a few tenths. Will I get one more lap in? No, I won't. Not with 57 seconds remaining. I think it cuts straight off, doesn't it?
That'll do me. And hey, tyre wear's on. Didn't even realise that. Didn't even realise that. But there we go. Qualifier done. So 157.6 is unfortunately the best I could muster. So far good enough for 5th. But we'll see who else comes across the line. The encouraging thing there for me is the fact that I'm not that far behind first. Sometimes you get in these races and first will be like a 155, second a 156, and you're like, I'm a long way off the pace of the leaders. But I got 3 decent spins at it, so we'll see how we go. You're not a ballerina, stop spinning around. Oh, as long as I don't do it in the race, mate. As long as I don't do it. It is a driving game. But, you know, if it was a ballerina game, I'd probably be alright. Who knows? 5th is good. I'll take 5th. I will take it. If I can match that at the end of the race as I cross the line, I will be pretty happy. Fifth is good to be sure. Well, look, it's okay. It's decent. What's not decent is that with 30 seconds on the clock, I've drunk too much water. That's going to have to wait. Oh, I've just nearly ripped my shifter off the... Yep. Check the points board, maybe? Yeah, look, I don't even want to look at the points board. They'll be much quicker than I am. We'll see how we go. Good, clean race. I've qualified 5th. That is my aim. That is my target, to try and come 5th by the end of the race. Pit first lap. That seems like good advice, Slim. I'm going to do that. You back to 100%? Yeah, I am. This music is like a news bulletin, isn't it? That's what I always think anyway. And then this little part's like when, you know, when in Star Wars, I don't do Star Wars, but I remember the ending scene when they're all walking along and the crowd's clapping and they're getting their prizes. That's what this reminds me of. Concentration intensifies, it might do. You got my back. Thanks, Slim. Appreciate that, mate. What lap should I pit the next one? Go for a lap 3, pit stop number 2. Piosco, I just had a look at your picture on Discord there. It looks like a few people are watching multiple streams at once. Good luck to everyone racing tonight. Daniel's about to start his manufacturer's race. Cheesy intro music, yeah, a little bit. I think you can take medium tyres as well. I was going to go hard, Adrian, but yeah, if you think medium's the way to go. You always get copyright infringement. Oh, I didn't think of that, Piosco. That'll probably get me as well then. Yeah, no, definitely going for a 4 to 5 stop strategy here. Running hard tyres and not refueling much. I actually might run the fuel on setting number 6 because it's probably faster, I reckon. Your chance at landing a Porsche Le Mans drive is on the line here, mate. Zversky, the only thing that's on the line here is you guys accurately predicting what lap I'm going to spin on. I reckon I'm confident that I'll get sort of mid-race distance. It'll probably be like my first lap out of the pits or something when I go around. Who knows? Everybody charge your glass and get ready for it. That's all I'm saying. Man, Dan's car there has a big shopping list on it. Okay. Race time. The only pressure is that which I apply to myself. Which is almost none. Righto, paddles. You, me. Let's do this. Everybody cut straight to the inside to watch for the dive bombers. We actually got through all of those turns cleanly. Miracles do happen. You've seen it here live. And that was my beautiful tactic of squaring the corner off like a dirt bike. Hang it out wide, cut in tight, and get on the throttle early. At least that's the story I'm going to go with. Get off there. Oh, I had to get off the throttle. I'm almost certainly going to lose a spot here into the hairpin, but I'll make him go around the outside. That's what I will do. Sounds like a bit of contact there. A little bit wide on the exit, but we left racing space. Managed not to run into each other. I gave up one spot, but it's not the end of the world, and he's got a penalty. Very, very big tank slap there from Ken. He's held it well. Not sure if that was aided by a bit of counter steer assist. So that's been banned in FIA now, hasn't it? And if it has, then what it was just a very nice save, because he got all kinds out of shape there. Don't know how my fuel burn's going, but I should probably start monitoring that just a little bit. I just kind of want the field to spread out a little bit more, so there's not quite as much pressure from behind. Oops, that's too hot. And I'll lose another spot here. I'll tuck into his slipstream and see if I can't get it back into turn one. A few little mistakes early on, which is great. Nice to see someone in the Audi. It almost never happens. He went the old over and under, but unfortunately it was on the wrong side of the track for turn two. I'll block the line on the inside there. And we will proceed again. Tyre wear's not looking too bad on lap 3, which is nice. Unfortunately, those front 4 have just skipped away a little bit. Whilst I've been back here making all my mistakes. Paddles going for the dive on the 3rd. Looks like I didn't quite manage to do it. What I'm not doing a good job of right now, apart from obviously race pace and losing some spots, is monitoring my fuel. Just kind of racing at the pace that I've got. You can feel the fuel load coming out of the car a little bit. Just feels a little bit nicer to handle. And Paddles did get that 3rd spot, by the way, pulling away, so good on him. Not that I know Paddles or anything, or I don't think he's a subscriber to this channel as far as I know, but nonetheless, it's good to see another Aussie out there. I can't lose ADC though. He is sticking right with me. Nearly half race distance. Oh, a bit of action here in the chicane. Oh, got a little penalty there. I'm not quite sure what for. Not sure if I made contact with ADC or not. I don't think I made contact with Ken. I presume it's Oh, I'm glued to old mate next to me. I'm going to have to give that position up. Oh, that was a bit rough. Old mate behind me got a, he ran into me, and I got another penalty for that. That was a rough one. That was a bit rough. Put the pressure on him, but I'm not actually going to overtake here. I'll just roll off and try and save a bit of fuel. Oh, I've ended up coming in a bit wide on that one. Straight in the pit, so I kind of need to do a good lap now, don't I? Need to make up for it with a bit of pace, and hopefully I can jump him in the pit stop. I don't know how I'm going. Yeah, not the fastest lap. But we'll see how we go. Definitely mediums next. See, I'd prefer hards if it'll give me hards. Ooh. I thought the button wasn't working there for a second. So the preference was hards, and that's what I'm going to get. It's just, you sort of look at the tyres and go, I could stay out there, but the problem is by the end of the race, if I didn't change my tyres, I don't think I'd be that well off. Probably went a bit over on the fuel. I did not gain any spots. In fact, I might have lost out. Did. I lost a spot. Burn up a bit of penalty whilst I roll out of it. Oh, might not have been a good move. So that didn't go well at all. I was kind of having a good, fast final lap would help get me the undercut, but it's actually cost me a spot. Never mind. ADC, I think, always had a little bit of pace over me. He qualified better than me. He just obviously had a rough start to the race and lost a few spots, I think. Now, do I try and burn a bit of this penalty off before the end of the race, or just do the whole start-finish line break like everyone else does? Took a bit too much curb on the inside there. Had to get right out of the throttle to not drop it. I don't think I've seen anyone else in the Porsche have a... Oh no, Paddles is in the Porsche. I was going to say, I probably haven't picked the best car, but, you know. It's feeling alright for me. Yeah, everyone does have a penalty, don't they? I just would like to have built a bigger gap over my old mate High Raggy, so I could try and burn the penalty off without losing too much time to him. They got rid of less than a tenth. Don't get a good drive out of there. You can see High Raggy catch me out of that corner every lap. Really spaced it out in the pit stop, hasn't it? I thought I was kind of going along alright there, but I presume I burnt too much fuel or something. Or other people didn't change tyres. I don't know what's going on. It was a shame to get those couple of penalties, but yeah, he's got a good draft on mix over here. I'd imagine he'll be thinking about it into the hairpin. No, 3/10 might be just enough. Whoops, see daisy. Yeah, that is not what I wanted to do. So I'm going to lose another spot. There you go. That's not great, is it? Qualified in 5th, and I think I'm going to end up about 8th. I'm going to give him that spot and try and... Oh, I burned off almost no penalty at all then. It is a little bit frustrating to have to burn off such a big penalty that I really don't think I deserved, but yes, I keep trying to back off to give, to burn up a bit of penalty, and it's just not working. Oh, and I've actually cocked my own braking marker up there. One lap to go, 1.8 seconds to burn, already in 8th. Looking likely that 9th is on the cards for me. A little bit of oversteer there. And I put too much fuel in the car. I suspected I had. That burnt up almost no time at all. It just sucks because you're not pushing for maximum lap time. You're kind of spending every lap trying to find sneaky little spots to burn up a bit of penalty, of which I'm only sort of getting rid of a few tenths at a time anyway. There you go, everyone in front's managed to burn their penalty off, so yeah, it's not going to end well for me. Oh, just snagged 9th. But yeah, not great. Obviously qualified 5th. It kind of sucks because you spend the whole time lapping around trying to find little spots to burn off your penalty, and all it does is just slow you down, and then you just do like 5 shit laps in a row, which is exactly what I did. Double tap brakes to make it active. Alright. It's a hard track to burn penalties. It is. You lose a lot of pace. But yeah, that's probably wasn't the best method. I probably just should have raced hard because I potentially could have tried to stick with ADC, who came 4th. But yeah, dicked around, lost a lot of laps. All my last 5 laps or so were all slow. And it didn't help me anyway because I came 9th. But anyway, we got through. We got through. Oh, I got $83,000 for that. Anyway, it's the first FIA race I've done for a while. I actually did better last week in the one that I didn't stream. But yeah. You can carry it over the line, but I don't think it helps. I think it kind of, if you're at 2.4 seconds, I think it just puts you at 3 seconds. And I think you lose SR rating or something as well. Not too sure. $10 minutes, I'm going to have to readjust my brain for GR4. It's not going to be easy. But yes, anyway, bit of a shame. Especially because I reckon if I did make contact with that guy in that corner, then okay, I'll take the 1 second penalty or whatever I got. But yeah, I got a few penalties there that I really didn't think were great. But anyway, no point in talking about penalties. It happens every race, and it happens to everyone, so it is what it is. I should have burnt them off in a more sensible way. Yeah, it does hit your SA, yeah. I thought that was the case. Now, this Corvette is not exactly a great car. For brands. And I'm going to have to get used to how slow this car is and how badly it brakes and everything. But look, thanks for joining me, especially for just a bit of a low-key... a low-key stream. Nothing to get too excited about, but it's great to have you all along. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Definitely a lot slower, isn't it? At least you didn't choose McLaren, that's true. Well, who did choose McLaren? Both penalties were from a guy behind tapping, yeah. It's a bit unfair when I backed off so I didn't run into the guy in front of me. Then I get a tap from the rear and get a 2 second penalty for it. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. No worries. Sorry for inconvenience everyone by being on the racetrack during the race. Oh, that is wide. And that is all the way around. There's that... there's that spin I thought I was going to have in race 1. Ninth. Well, it's not great work. I don't know if I'd call it good work, but it is work. And it is done. If that's a GR3 race at the Nurburgring, then I've done it. I don't know how I'm going to go in the GR4 at Brands. Probably not great. But we'll aim for another top 10. We'll see if I can't do 2 top 10s. At least you didn't come 18th. Oh, is that where you got in the end, Speedy? You would have been up against much harder people than myself, though, I reckon. Yeah, finally a drink fiasco. Drinking game is back on. Did you do both in the end, Speedy? Both races, or...? They're trying to crack down on mid-corner brake checking with penalties. That's fine, but when it gets in the way of people actually racing the way you should do, i.e. me slowing down slightly to not run into the bloke in front of me, so that's me doing my job. I've missed that corner again. Turn, you big fat American heap of shit. Just finished the second one. How'd you go, man? Vet is nice there. Look, it feels okay, but yeah, not that great. They're still trying to fix it. That's it. That's it. They're obviously doing their best. They're doing what they think is right, and they're trying to create better, cleaner races and racers. So that's ES and ERS. Words are supposed to be hard, and I'm just dropping them together. You love to see it. But yes, I totally understand the idea of giving a little bit of penalty out to stop the brake checking, because brake checking is pretty shitty. It's not good. And it does ruin people's day with someone deliberately brake checking you so that you get a penalty. That's rubbish, and I get that they're trying to clamp down on that, but yeah. Anyway. Don't talk to her like that. Treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen. That's how you got to treat those big American bitches. Cars, that is, by the way, if you're listening and not watching. Got to get used to the understeer a little bit as well, with the lack of sort of downforce that the GR4 cars have. It's always hard to switch back. I did practice for this before the stream and before I did the GR3 race. And I did that 130.1, and man, I kept knocking on the door of going in the 29s. 3 different laps, I was half a second up. And I'd cock it up somewhere every time I'd get a good amount up. Missed the apex by a country mile. And for some reason chose not to change down a gear there. Worked out okay. That didn't really, but you know, whatever. Oh, turn, turn, turn. I think the difference between people who use traction control and those that don't, in that order, I'll have to come back to that. No, I won't, because I've buggered that up. I think the difference between people who use traction control and those that don't race in that order, different braking, different lines, shouldn't affect your braking at all. Like, not even remotely or slightly. Perhaps not having ABS turned on would affect your braking. But there's no way TCS should affect your braking. Yeah, or the racing line. As I say, turning ABS on might have a difference. You might have to brake a little bit earlier, but not as powerfully. So you can still sort of make it work. But there can't be too many people that don't run ABS. How many laps is this? This must be 16 or more laps, I presume. I didn't actually look on the way in. I might jump out and see how far away. I'll try and do one more hot lap. And then I'll jump out and see if I can join the actual race yet. 16, yeah, it is 16. Cool. Get back into that apex, you filthy... Nope. I've lost... I was 2.5 tenths up, and just look at that delta. I'm actually going to be down by the time I get to the next corner. Such is the effect when you don't get the drive right out of the corner. And then you throw some mad skids like that. Durfed. Let's jump out. Let us jump out. I can enter. And I'm not really... For some reason, the manufacturers... Because you're tied to a car that you don't always want to use. Sometimes I just don't care. Like, I just don't care about the race. But I'm going to give it a red hot crack. It is the serious stream. After all, it's getting late. It's nearly 11 PM. But what I am going to do is take a very short 1 minute break. And I have no idea what song I'm about to put on. I'm clicking completely randomly and I can't hear the PC. So enjoy the music for a second. And I'll be back in about a minute. How'd I go on music selection? Was it weird? Let's have a listen. Oh, that's a bit ritzy, isn't it? Very ritzy. But I'll pause that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. First stream view in ages. All Alonatron, man. I've been wondering where you've been, mate. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that big noise, about that thing. That was definitely nothing falling over. It doesn't matter. I'm not fussed. Wheelie's also out now for the first play test. Fingers crossed, nice man. So, this is why Discord is quiet. Oh, it could be, Shannon. Could be. I don't know. Mad skids for the boys, Chris. Always. You know I love chucking them. Yeah, I saw you come in all Alonatron and I was like, nah, I'm out, man. Right, let's go and focus and see if I can get a 129. Let's see how I go. Anyone else get that thing where when you're trying a bit harder, like in my last race, you're sort of pulling on the... You're reefing on the steering wheel a bit more. I felt a couple of times like I was going to rip the steering wheel off the rig. It's not a thing that I normally have to deal with. Turn. Accelerate hard and true. What do we got? 10 minutes. 10 minutes till go time. Missed the apex. Turned in too late. Beautiful. It's going well. And again. Don't worry about it. It's a good warm up. Stan the man. Welcome. How did you go, mate? How did you go? When I clicked away from you, you were in the first race and you were 5th. Having just come out of the pits, I believe, in 4th, and then I think you got overtaken fairly quickly. Whew, it's definitely getting warm in here. Here's a little bit of the inside track that they conveniently put there. I don't know why they painted green. Get around that corner. No, that was not well done at all. 4th in Nations. Nice, man. 5th in Manufacturers. Good work. Haven't been working from home much lately. Back to it now, though. Nice. Well, hopefully we get you back on board for a few more streams all alone to try. I know it's hard for you UK guys because this is like the morning slash heading towards lunchtime, and I do get that it's difficult. If there's any streamers that stream at that time, I wouldn't be able to watch them because I'd be at work. Yeah, I reckon you would be stoked, Stan. That's good work, man. I didn't do so well. Qualified 5th, which I was really happy with. But then could only muster a 9th in race, trying to burn off some penalties. There's that some of that inside track again. It's a good track, that. Didn't do that corner well again. Unfortunately, I'm straight out bedtime. No worries, dude. Thanks for joining by. Watch the highlights package for lunch tomorrow. Cool. Thanks for joining, man. I know it is getting late. It's getting late for me as well. So I wasn't sure if I'd do this race or not, but here I am. Here I am doing all the things. How's that for a corner car? That's a beauty. And the game's like, nah, you're right. I won't allow. I actually backed right off out of that expecting a penalty, and I was like half a second up, and I didn't need to. So I kind of missed out on an opportunity there. That's odd that that didn't give me a penalty. The game's like, no, if you get in the way of someone else who outbrakes themselves, you get a penalty. But cut a massive section of track, and you're all good, man. We're good. A like drop. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Always appreciate anyone who wants to leave the stream a like. Bellin, thank you. Good luck. I put a dead on 129 for later tonight. Dead on 129 is a good time. Quicker than I'll be able to go, that's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. I got away with doing that too, yeah, nice. Stop telling the enemy how quick you are. Oh, nearly snuck a 129. I hope you guys didn't come into the stream expecting to see that I was like really good at this game. I just do it for the banter. And if I get a decent result out of it, then so be it. So I'm wondering if you are also from Erie Is. That's a really hard name to sort of use in a sentence. Just reading through the comments. Hey Nismo TV. Seeing what's going on YouTube. Think we should do more streams like this gaming one? I think you could, yeah. I definitely think you could. I think people enjoy it. It's, yeah, there's more people watching during the races, but these events and things like that is a good thing. Nice running. Thanks, thanks, mate. That was too wide. What have I got? 4 minutes. Let me have one more crack at a decent lap. Trust me, call him Erie. Okay, Erie it is. That works heaps better. We'll see what I can do. Then we will launch into qualifying 3.5 minutes time. And see how I go. Because of course, unlike the daily races, what I said here in practice doesn't matter at all. It'll probably be a 3-lap quali session, much like race 1 tonight. I think you should do some gaming streams, Nismo TV. It's all in the theme of it. I mean, your channel's pretty good anyway. There's always plenty of real life stuff, which is always good to see. I'm a regular there myself. But yeah, a lot of people that are into motorsport, motor racing in general, also find themselves sim racing on various games. Wasn't a particularly good lap actually. High 130s, not great. So has Erie, what's Erie said? What has Erie said? Because I've said nothing, that's just how I roll. Because I'm a very time poor sort of fella. Heading off now, thanks for the stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you gained some valuable information out of it. About 2 tenths down. I don't reckon I'll bring that back. Can never decide. So the thing is, if you stay in fourth for that corner back there, you push wide. Oh. My line got chosen for me a bit. I just nicked the grass on the outside. So another bad lap, and that will be the last one before we roll through to qualifying. Just set up the team and told the team what the race will be. Cool, I haven't done that. I have not done that. I was considering that being tonight's job, and yet here I am racing the FIA races, so it might have to be a bit of a Friday night job. But I might hit people up. I might hit some team members up and see what we can sort out. The difficulty is going to be the time frame, with Erie being in the UK, of course, and me being way down under. Where women glow and men thunder. Is this the team race thing I suggested? I don't know, all Lanatron, to be honest, if it's where it's come from, but yeah, anyway, it's a thing. But we'll see how we go. Alright, and we wait for quali, see what sort of... just going through the names. I'm not very good at remembering the names, so I think Ken I know. But there could be a million Kens. And there's no way of me remembering 03012430. But, yeah, not a lot of names there I really recognise. So I don't know what sort of opposition I'll be up against. A lot of SS drivers again, though, which doesn't bode well for little old me. Back at it again with the lyrics. I can't stop that, can I? I need to stop. You love Erie's channel. He got me into GT Sports Sims. That's cool, Nick. He's mentioned something in the works, no details. Yeah, there is something in the works, and you won't get any details out of me because I need to figure it out. I need to get on that. I've been a bit slack, actually. Life has been difficult, but I'm not going to whinge about it. I'm not going to whinge about it. So we'll wait a minute and a half. Green Hornet, if that's your name on Instagram, I just got your message, and thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I don't know if you're still watching the stream or not. And I actually need to figure out the points from the Spec 7 race, is what I need to do. Especially since I keep saying I'll do that within 24 hours of the race. That's already passed, so I might quickly try and smash that out when I sit on the couch and watch a bit of telly after this. You're just taking credit if it is all on a track. Sure, you can have it, man. Go for your life. That's yours. It could be a thing. It could be a thing. Good to see I've got the worst ping out of everyone. In fact, was I the only Aussie there? Yes. Yes, a all-Japanese field except for myself and Nobilki, the Malaysian. So, representing my country solo, but that's okay. Getting too late for you, so heading off. No worries at all, mate, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. It's getting very late. It's getting too late for me, to be honest. So, I'll smash this race out, though. And that will definitely be the end of the stream. I really didn't want to have a late night tonight. Needed to catch up on sleep, but, you know, here we go. We will be having a late night. Great stream, enjoying it quite a lot. Thanks, Gamer of COD. But yes, there is something in the works with Erie. Erie is, if you don't know who that is. He's a YouTuber. Type in Erie is, with lots of E's and I's and E's and an S. I'm going to do the same tactic I did at the Nurburgring. I know it triggers people because I'm not getting straight out, and I do give up potentially one qualifying lap. But I'm going to let the field disperse, especially around a place like this. The last thing you want to deal with is a bunch of traffic. we've still got at least 5 people in the pits at this point. Come on, guys, get out of the pits. I want the track to myself. Everyone's waiting who'll be next to go. I'm going to make it me. And someone came out right in front of me, of course. Oh, that's right, we've got tyre wear on in this session, don't we? I never go straight out, better off having room on the track, absolutely. Fighting people for track space, 100%, couldn't agree with you more. That's it, everyone get out. Get off the track, I want a clean lap. Just about 3 will do me. If I can't do my lap time in 3 laps. My other tactic is burn as much fuel up as you can on this lap. Try not to get any tyre squeal, because if tyre wears on during the quali session, then your out lap you're actually taking some of the green, some of the grip out of the tyres. So I want to use lots of flat throttle to burn some fuel up. Should get a good 3 laps. I hope so. Here we go. Qualifying. Probably not the start I wanted there. Missing the apex by about a car length. Car width, even. Or a length. Who knows? Depends what car you got. Just kind of want to set a banker straight up, something that's fast but maybe not as fast as I can go. Just to make sure I have a time on the board. I don't know what sort of opposition I'm up against yet, what sort of lap times I'll be doing. Again, didn't take that particularly well. Yeah, 1:31 straight off the bat. Oh, and I've missed that, looking at lap times. So my first lap won't be good. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to be up against some tough competition here. At the length of your Jazz. The old Jazz. How good are the lift-up back seats in the Jazz? Very loose, got on the power very early there, and pretty much spent half of that corner with the wheel facing the wrong way. Don't do this to me. That's a big corner cut. Dropped it, damn it. Oh well, next lap. Righto, here we go. I should actually have at least 2 more laps. Tyre wear's not too bad at this point. The fuel's dropping, so we'll see how we go. Whoa, that must have been close. Not ideal. I will lose a lot of time running wide there. Let's try again. So the other thing about here and why qualifying is so important. I think that front left is just starting to lose a bit of grip actually. But we'll charge on. I don't have time to go back in the pits. Yeah, 2/10 down already. I reckon the tyres just lost that edge. Oh, nah. Ran out wide. I could tell as soon as I tipped in that I'd left it too late. And I reckon I'm in strife. I'll give it one more crack, but I just don't reckon there's any life left in the tyres, unfortunately. So I got off to a strong start, but my follow-up laps have not been great. But I should have enough time for one more lap. Worn tyres, unlikely I'll improve, but I'll give it a go. Oh, no, that's it. I tucked in hard and the tyre just didn't want to hook up on me. It ran out wide, so unfortunately that's as good as it's going to get for me. 130.9, not great, especially considering that in practice I got a 130.1 and I got multiple 130.5s and 6s and such. And look at that, look at me drop down. Not good, not good. Crumbled under the pressure of qualifying, plus it's 11:30 at night and I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I don't want to make lots of excuses, but I'm going to anyway, because, you know, here we are. What's the points for first place? Bellin, it seems to be completely rando. I think it depends on what class you're up against and all that sort of stuff. So mine will probably be okay for winning here, because there's quite a lot of SS drivers in the field. So I'd imagine I'll actually probably get quite a bit. Guncher Racing, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. I can see people dropping off because it's getting very late and lots of Australian people I think are going to bed, so we'll smash through this. It is actually way too late. Oh, I don't know why I'm here doing this, but here we go. So 8th, it all got pretty disgusting for me. I did not do well. I probably should have dropped 2 laps, gone straight back in the pits and come back out, but anyway. This is the lack of experience showing through from me not doing FIA races. The race has been cancelled. I don't... Don't quite know what's going on there. Up the top right hand corner it says the final race will begin in 45 seconds. But on the left hand side it says the race has been cancelled. So we'll see what happens when we get through to the next screen. Yeah, I'll check the points for sure as soon as the race is finished. In the long haul, if the stream... You're in it for the long haul, Chris. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Well, there you go. Does that vary, or has that been set now for this and my race? Again, I'm probably aiming, given that I qualified 8th, I'll aim for a top 10. Race will begin shortly. I just don't know what's going on. I've still got the countdown, but the left-hand side says the race has been cancelled, so I don't... We're going to find out. That's what we're going to do. And this is where my stream gets demonetized because of this ridiculous song. I think this is worse than the first one I did. It varies based on how much DR all the drivers have together. 14 ain't much, to be honest. Yeah, no, it's probably not. But I'm not that good. So I'm tipping that the people it's matched maybe against are not that good either. I'd imagine if you're up against, like, yeah, higher level people, then the points would go up. Music is a bit over the top, isn't it? Qualified first in the Tokyo race last season. Nice. Saw the race cancelled message and shat myself. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's obviously just a bug. The song makes you cry with pride. Good one, Tron. Alright, 16 laps. So about a 30-minute race then, isn't it? The most points I've gotten was 2013. Good work. I just haven't done many FIA races at all. I did a few when they first hit Gran Turismo way back, months ago. But I've barely done any since then. Tell you what car I'd like to be in here, in the GR4s, and that's the Alfa Romeo. That car is... The GR4 car, well, the last time I used it at Brands Hatch, it was amazing. Remember when they used to go through the whole field for the daily sport races? I like that they cut that out. Right, so qualifying 8th. It's a messy track. It's very difficult to overtake on. I'll do my best. I'll almost certainly end up with penalties regardless of how I drive, because that seems to be the go tonight. Yeah, no one's in the McGann. The McGann Trophy would be awesome here. Great car, actually. Love that little car. Wow, no one off at the first turn. That is like the first online race I've ever seen at Brands Hatch. Where no one ran off. That's 2 races in a row, because I was surprised, obviously, at the Nurburgring when there was no accidents into the first corner. There's the first penalty. It's just too damn hard to overtake here. You really need the car in front of you to comply and get out of your way if you shove the nose up the inside, and I just don't trust people. I will admit the quality of racing seems a lot better in the FIA races than your typical daily sports race. I'll absolutely admit that. Well, I thought for a second I was going to understeer off then. I did the panic lift. Why did I just get a round of applause from the crowd? Because I made it around the lap without a penalty, probably. A little bit of contact there. I'll see if I can benefit from that. That guy's going very slowly. I get the inside line. No, he got too far on the outside. So that was a sandwich. I couldn't go forwards, backwards, or left. And he was left right out and left the track. I was boxed in. You're dead right. Whoop. There is contact and my first penalty of the night. There it is, 1 second. I didn't really see him coming up on me. But I think you're always running a risk when you try and overtake on that final turn. It's not a great corner to overtake on. Fuel burn looks pretty heavy here. I don't know what this car is really like. Might be something I've got to be a little bit conscious of. I say as I'm just absolutely flattening it. Just kind of want to catch up to the back of these guys and then sit behind them for a bit. Sit in there, slipstream, and try and preserve fuel. What's my fuel saying? 5.5 laps left. That's not too bad, actually. Is that what that says? Yeah. So that'll get me to well and truly over half race distance. Wasn't many in your lobby, Speedy, not sure why, okay. A lot more lenient with fuel these seasons, yeah, okay. They're a bit stricter previously, were they? These two look like they might be getting involved in a little bit of argy-bargy. See if I can't benefit from it. Got out on the wide there, out wide on the grass. Words are hard. I'm surprised he didn't push it around. Every time I hit that, I seem to go for a little 360. These guys aren't really holding a cracking pace, are they? Old mate behind me, Massac, is gained. So difficult to overtake here. But yeah, old mate behind is gaining a lot of time on us. In the bits where it's too tricky to overtake, I'm just sort of using the opportunity to sit in their slipstream and just save a bit of fuel. Oops. Did the lifting coast and almost left it a touch long to... See, old mate behind's taking another half a second off. They're not going fast, these two. But how do you overtake in Gran Turismo without getting a penalty? That's the question. Yeah, I wonder what lap I should pit on. We've got 10 laps to go. Old mate has either cocked his start up or served his penalty. He served his penalty is what he's done. Be interesting to see now that old Takami has been unleashed if the lap time will increase at all. Actually, Massac there has lost out to the guy behind us, so he was definitely closing in very rapidly. So how early can I pit, do you reckon? With fuel burn the way it is, and I've got to worry about tyre wear as well. I don't want to be stuck on tyres for way too long. We're catching 4th place though, that's something we are doing. Bit wide on exit. Lap 8 you reckon, Bellin? The midway point. Makes sense. Slow through there, actually. Don't want to lose touch with old Takumi, however you say that. I reckon I'm close. So I'll pit at the end of this lap. And hopefully he doesn't. So I really need to try and push and catch up to the back of him. Most likely he will as well, probably. Probably. All I can hope then, if he does pit, is that I've used less fuel and therefore have to take on less fuel. I've let him get 1.2 seconds up the road, which is stupid of me. He is... Nah, he's dived in. He has dived in. I have to take on nearly a full tank here, so... There's not a lot of leeway. We'll just see how we go. Pit stops have not been good to me, actually. I've been coming out of the pits worse. Far worse than I've been going in, so we'll see how we go this time around. Nah, he's comfortably out and he's gained time on me as well, so... So I reckon he must have been a bit better on his fuel, but it's hard to tell because different cars burn fuel differently as well, which makes life difficult, especially if you chose a manufacturer that doesn't have good fuel life. But I find myself back in 8th position. Masuki, I reckon, up in 3rd, or Masak, or whatever his name was. Up in 3rd, I reckon, is who I'm racing right now. Because if I've dropped that much time, the best part of 2.5 seconds... Whoa, I thought I was going on the grass then. Did the panic back off. Yeah, I've lost the better part, and that mistake then cost me again. Masak is in the pits. Can I get out in front of him? Just, but barely. Wide into turn 1. If you're good with fuel usage in your tyres, you can even afford to pit on lap 9 there. Nice. Don't really know why I stuck to the inside of the track that much, but yeah. Well, and we have a good old-fashioned mistake down there, and I will inherit 6th position. Messy old lap, and I gave up really about 7/10 of a second to Masak. So keep charging on. He's flying at the moment on Masak. I've got 2 purple sectors, and he's gaining massively on me. 3 purple sectors, so he must be on an absolute blinder at the moment because he's right up my ass now. What car is he in? The Mazda. That's 3 purple sectors, so he's going to set a stonking lap time. And I just need to keep an eye on my fuel. I should be fine. Takumi really did come out of that whole pitch situation very well, didn't he? I don't think I'll be troubling him. I'm just going to have to defend against Massak. Not done that well, but he's going to have to go around the outside of me if he wants it. I should be enough with about 3.5 tenths. That Mazda is not a bad little car, is it? So I won 30.9 my last lap. It wasn't a bad lap, and geez, he took some time off me. Although it's not a track you want to suffer from a lot of front end. A lot of front end wear, and given that it's a front wheel drive car, I suspect he will be suffering a little bit towards the end of the race. How do you feel about your chances of winning the World Cup? I'm not even playing in it, man. Mazda won your race at Brands, yeah, okay. Stayed in 4th there, to my own detriment. Lost a lot of time to old matey Potato then. Definitely got the grunt here at this section of the track. He gets such a good launch out of that corner. Missed my turning point quite badly there. You can see him run up on the back of me, so... Oh, I thought I was going on the grass again. Jeez, I've got to stop scaring myself like that. He's got a good run here. I'm just going to stick to the inside. How far behind's old Nobiki? I can't even see him. Nobilki, whatever his name is. Stick to my defensive lines. I've got this lap and the next to hold him out. I've actually got a better drive than him out of that corner until I hit the grass. Now I'll lose time to him. But I've actually got a better drive. Fuel's not going to be too badly timed as I come into the 16th and final lap. Well, whilst I finish this lap, thanks to everyone that has joined me. My streams aren't nearly as quiet as this normally. My concentration's not normally as hard. Oh, Massac there, down to 1.6 seconds behind me. I'd suggest struggling with tyre wear a bit. Pushing that front wheel drive to the very end of the race. Yeah, 2 seconds now. He's really dropped off the pace. Maybe a fueling issue even. Nice and gentle around the final turn. Don't need to prove anything. Good consistent 131s though on the right hand side there. You can see I've actually done what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row and a 130 before that, so just good consistent lap time is good to see. And up to 6th spot, I'll take that. GG, thanks Gamer of COD. Good job man. 6th, given it's midnight. It is bloody midnight too. It's way too late. I should be getting myself ready to hit the fart sack. I bet you I'll be tired at work tomorrow. 6th place is not too bad. It's not too bad, mate. It's not great, but it's not too bad. Good consistent race, and actually I did 2 clean races, you might have noticed. I think the Mazda is all... Oh, is it all-wheel drive, Emilion? Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought it was front. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has joined. Hopefully you have enjoyed that. Good effort. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. 6th position, not too bad. And as we roll through that, that is obviously going to be the end of the stream. It's time for me to go to bed. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to the talkers and the silent lurkers. I appreciate you stopping by. And a massive thank you to those that left a like. I can see there's a few likes on here, so thank you very much. Hopefully you have enjoyed it enough to leave me a sneaky little like on your way out. And finally, make sure you do join into my Discord, other social media pipes that I'm on. Discord's been telling you about it all night. And yeah, otherwise, everything else about me, my channel, the racing series, the Spec 7 series I'm currently running, it can all be found on my website. You can see it on the screen there, www.charlieroscoe.com. But for now, that is actually going to be the end of the stream. So thank you all again, and I'll talk to you next time.